You gotta stop talking. I just opened up the mic.
That's so understandable. There.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Who's running laps right now? It's so funny. You're just casually watching it. It's really entertaining. Like, I want Barbie on
Yo, see this bathroom.
oh, that's this? Oh, I'll get this.
All right. And then you say this one more time. The mics are on, and I can hear you clear. They're hearing me clear. Yes, sir. You got it. Here we go. Pomp and circumstance starts playing with battle. Close and away we go.
Go see me.
Attention span of Russian negotiation. Here we go.
Will everyone please rise and join Senior Class President Griffin McGlinchey in the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. It is my pleasure to be speaking to you at the 51st commencement ceremony of Lyme-Old Lyme High School. A warm welcome to faculty, staff, administration, Board of Education, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. Take a moment to reflect. You are sitting at a graduation that has been 13 years in the making. All of the time, effort, long days, and late nights of your high school career are coming to a close, for the most part at least. Enjoy the long 2 months you have over the summer before you have to do it all over again in college, the workforce, and the real world. Think about the people that have gotten you here and be grateful for the sacrifices and work they have done to push you to ensure that you are the best person possible. On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank the teachers, faculty, and everyone involved with making this high school such a great place. We are so grateful for the knowledge and wisdom you have imparted to us. Seniors, if you go on a trip down memory lane back to elementary school, you might remember learning each other's names, swinging on the playground, and getting into trouble playing tackle football at recess. We didn't have much of an idea what a graduation was or what the future held for us. We were just focused on the important thing, just having fun. Take a lesson from your younger self and enjoy these little things in life, and cherish the people around you who make those little things so special. Make sure to enjoy what you have at hand, as it is easy to get caught up in life and miss the present moment. After elementary school, we made our way to Lyme-Old Lyme Middle School, which can be summed up in awkward dances, playing gaga ball, and building mousetrap cars. Middle school was a time of change, but most importantly, it is where we started to have a solid identity as a class. Whether you went to school in Lyme-Old Lyme from the start or joined this year, this class was always there with open arms to support and encourage fellow classmates. By the time we made it to high school, many would agree that we weren't as close as we are now. In fact, we were 6 feet apart in every class for every hour of the day. It wasn't until sophomore year that we got to show our faces and emulate the song by Future that goes by the title of Mask Off. Parents, you won't really get that one. There's no doubt that this class has struggled at times and has overcome numerous challenges, difficulties, and growing pains during our high school career. Despite this class stuck together, pushing alongside one another to our own personal goals. This graduating class has something special and had impressive contributions from every single student. From award-winning artists, recognized musicians and actors, to national competing attorneys, this class had it all. Athletic championships were also not very hard to come by. In this past year alone, Wildcat athletic teams were led by the class of 2024 to 4 state championships, hopefully 5. Good luck to girls lacrosse tomorrow. These championships included the first boys basketball championship in program history and the girls tennis team, who's won in 4 straight years. This class was adaptable, and whatever came our way, we were ready to take on full force and push a positive culture forward into Lyme-Old Lyme High School and the community as a whole. I am proud to be in a class full of amazing people, and I wish the best for everyone moving forward. In the words of Abe Lincoln, the best way to predict the future is to create it. While our time at Lyme-Old Lyme High School comes to a close, I can say in full confidence that this graduating class has what it takes to create a bright and exciting future for the world. Class of 2024, it's been a ride and we're at the finish line. We're saying goodbye to a chapter of our lives, but the friendships and memories we've made along the way will stick with us for life. I wish everyone the best of luck creating their own future, and I'm proud of every single one of you sitting in those seats. Thank you.
Good evening to our Board of Education, Superintendent and Advisor, administrative team, the best teachers in America, families, alumni, community members, and of course, the class of 2024. It is my honor to officially welcome you to the 51st Lyme-Old Lyme High School graduation exercises. I want to thank the parents and the families of our graduates. I think I can speak for the administrative team and the faculty when I say that you have been great partners in this journey. Thank you for trusting us with your children. May I remind the graduates that the people sitting behind you are your biggest fans. They will be there for you, and believe me, you will need them. Never take for granted their love or support. I want you to watch how incredibly smart your parents become over the next decade. It turns out they are pretty skilled at this real world stuff. Now I know these are the same annoying people who mediate arguments with because I said so. And they never tire of reminding you that money doesn't grow on trees. I mean, who other than a mother can become super worried if you don't answer her text within 2/100ths of a second? And who better to embarrass you in front of your friends than your father? Despite their flaws, they have seen you at your best, and they also have seen you at your worst. And either way, they summon their superpowers and simultaneously could be an Uber driver, chef, and therapist at the same time. So tomorrow, when you begin the next leg on your life's journey, continue to talk to them and listen to them. They will not charge you for their expertise, and most of the time you may even get a free meal and laundry service out of the deal. Today, when you leave Lyme-Old High School with a world-class education, you will take with that some incidentals, maybe a new toothbrush, and embark on the next part of your journey. One of the things I think is most important that you can pack for your life's journey are your heroes. Those people who you admire the most for their core values, their work ethic, and their commitment to others. Life will inevitably hand you some personal setbacks. There will be tough decisions to make. It is during these personal challenges in our lives that our heroes are the most likely to inspire us. Heroes lift us up when we are in danger of falling down, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. I believe heroes are made by the paths that they choose, not the powers that they possess. It's those choices that inspire us. In addition to my biggest heroes, my parents, mostly for how well I turned out, another personal hero of mine is Mr. Rogers, everyone's beloved TV neighbor. Through his television show and his life's work, he chose a path of kindness and dedicated himself to making a positive impact on the world. He did it by educating us about our differences and emphasizing the common bonds that unite all human beings. I can't say I always lived up to his expectations, but every day when I tuned in, he told me he liked me just the way I was. Now, some 50 years after first watching his show, I still lean on his core values to guide me in my life's work as a parent and an educator. I was fortunate to meet him on a few occasions. As special as those moments were, I reminisce about them with regret because I never told him he was one of my heroes. I'm not sure I even told my parents either. So to be sure this doesn't happen to you, I have one last performance task. If you haven't already done so, graduates, identify who your heroes are. If they still walk this earth, find a way, visit, call, email, text, whatever, and tell them that they are your hero. And most importantly, tell them why. Trust me, it will be a life-changing experience for both of you. And finally, choose a path. Live a life worthy of becoming someone else's hero. Because a hero's journey is never truly complete. It's a lifelong pursuit of growth, learning, and service. The world needs heroes now more than ever. It needs individuals like you, class of 24, who are willing to stand up for justice, to speak out against inequality, to inspire. It needs your courage, your compassion, and your creativity. Class of 2024, you are a special group that will inspire the next generation. But it was your work here, your commitment to excellence, your kindness, and your concern for others that inspired me and many others. And it is for that reason that I want you to know you are our heroes. Never forget that you're a Wildcat for life. I wish you the best in your journey. Thank you very much.
Whoa. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, grandparents, administrators, Board of Ed members, and most importantly, 24. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Bill Rader. Whoa. I've been teaching here in the district for 49 years. In dog years, well, that's a long time. It's an honor to be selected to speak on your behalf. My parents are honored also, and I know they are smiling because they are proud of me, and most importantly, because it's payback time. There you have it, class of 24, to thank you. Growing up in Rockaway Beach, Queens, New York, I was the problem child, the middle child, the sixth of 12 children. I was literally in the middle of everything. I was a tease, the one stirring the pot, the one causing chaos. My motto has always been, the best defense is a good offense. I'm sure you guys would agree with that. Have I changed? I hope not. I don't want you to feel sorry for me, but I have not slept well, too well for the last few weeks. And Mr. Wygonik said, hey, Bill, would you be the guest speaker? And I said, yeah, okay, that would be great. Knowing I would be out of my comfort zone. But Macklin said, hey, Mr. Rader, you're talking to us, not forget about everybody else. And that's really helped. Thanks. Where's Macklin? Thank you so much. Yeah, there he is. My daughters have seen me in the backyard while I was grilling, talking to myself because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say. And then Miss Burke helped me out, which has been wonderful. Who can I thank? What do you need to know? I can tell you, I need to thank all of the faculty, especially Mary Beth Schreindorfer and Phil Cohen, for their 49 years of putting up with me and my antics. Without them, I wouldn't be speaking tonight. Without them, I don't know what I'd be doing. I can't help but think that they see this as a little payback because I always would drive Miss Shrine a little crazy, just with who I was. I'd like to give a shout out to Bella Ziegler for helping me type the speech. Without her, it wouldn't have been done. And I'd also like to address Ella Halsey and Kate Mullaney. They saw me parking on Lime Street today, and they wanted to know why. And I'll explain that in a second. First of all, I see I've driven with 30 students here. So that's a pretty lot. Have I driven with anyone out there? Just raise your hand. Be proud. Raise that hand. There you go. There you go. All right. So I want everyone else to look at those hands that are raised. And Ella and Kate, that's why I'm parking on Lime Street, because you're going to have to try and get out with all these people that I helped drive. When I started teaching here, gas was 36 cents a gallon, and selfie was what you did to your hair in the morning. I've taught long enough to see bell bottoms go out of style, come back into style, and go out of style again. Just like my tennis shorts. I've taught some of you, your parents, and even your aunts and uncles. At this point, if anyone needs a family discount on my memoirs, just let them know. All right, let me know. And I coached cross country for 39 years, and I was being interviewed by Reggie Lacasse, and he says, what do you know about running? I said, well, there's only two types of people in New York I ever saw run, all right? The eccentric, someone that usually had a bucket hat and would be in the playground going, what's that guy doing? Someone would say, he's walking. I was like, what? And the second person I saw running were from the police. I've had over 2,000 driver's ed students, and not a single one has had an accident under my watch. I think that might be because I wore my lucky socks every day, or maybe it's the brake pedal on my side of the car. In my career, I've taught over 20,000 students. That's pretty crazy, right? Yeah. That's a lot of laps around the gym, a lot of health reaction papers, and way too many attempts to do K-turns. It's also a lot of lives touched and memories made. I have 3 quotes I'll leave you with. These are my favorite. Aristotle says, teaching is the highest form of understanding. What does this mean? We need to make more time to share with others what we have learned. Teach. We need teachers. And the second quote is from the class of 1990s valedictorian, Nicole Brawl. She just said, carpe diem, seize the day, which in PE terms means go big or go home. So please go big. And my last quote is my favorite. It's from an anonymous, and it says, students might not remember what you taught them, but they will always remember how you treated them. So as you move from here, remember to stay active, stay healthy, and always check your mirrors. Congratulations, 24. Make us proud. And for one last time, we're all going to say, ladies, gentlemen, and people, we're out of time. Ready? On the count of 3. Ladies, gentlemen, people, we're out of time. Thank you.
That's good, Billy. Nice job.
Okay. Yikes, that is a hard act to follow. We love you very much, Mr. Rader, and you're going to be missed dearly. Good evening, everyone. As I'm sure Ella, Aggie, and Griffin can attest, there's no easy way to write a speech that imparts some deep lesson or sums up our high school experience. But I want to start by saying a big congratulations to all of us and the people who raised us for seeing us to this point. And in order to really thank them, I want to talk about what they've given me and what I can possibly give you. So in 8th grade, my mom gave me this book, which I want to share with you all today. So everyone look under your chairs. No, I'm just kidding. This is not Oprah. But I am going to walk you through the story, so there's no need to worry. The book is called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And I would summarize the plot for you, but there really isn't one. It's more a collection of lessons imparted by a somewhat non-linear story as the friends journey together. And really, I think that's what life is, teaching and learning from others. On one of the opening pages, the boy asks the mole, what do you think success is? And the mole responds, to love. As we've come to the final weeks of our senior year, it's obvious that we've realized how important our relationships are. So though LLHS often felt competitive and we haven't always gotten along, I think we should all feel so lucky that we have had the pleasure of growing up surrounded by love from the people we've spent most of our lives with. As the boy and the mole move further from that familiar love, the mole imparts yet another piece of wisdom. Most of the old moles I know wish they had listened less to their fears and more to their dreams. So as we prepare to partake in that same separation from consistency, I encourage you all to focus on what it is you want, not what might stand in the way. I'm sure Mr. Rader is terrified to walk 500 miles in a foreign country, but as he said many times, it's been a lifelong dream, and I really do believe that should be the standard. To him and to you all, I think we'd benefit from listening to the mole as he addresses the unknown. It's the wild. Don't fear it. Eventually, the mole and the boy encounter the fox, who joins their story. Instead of fearing the fox's threats, the mole frees him from the trap and invites him along. The mole once again seizes the opportunity for advice, stating, one of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. I didn't expect to have to ask my mom to be the mock trial coach, but we ended up making it to nationals. I'm sure Mr. Wilson didn't foresee having to teach at the middle school, but he has embraced it wholeheartedly. I imagine Mrs. Dewey didn't picture herself going from the preschool to the high school, but she has done so impeccably. While all of these scenarios have been unexpected, they've all had successful outcomes, all because of how these individuals handled the change, the transition. So when you have a roommate issue or you're homesick or you're struggling to adjust to this new phase of life, remember that your power lies in your response. With that sentiment in mind, the horse joins the group as the final member. The conversation begins to flow as the boy asks, what is the bravest thing you've ever said? The horse's response is simple, help. Throughout my time at the high school, I've seen hordes of students in Miss Galikonich's room the morning before a test, scattered around her numerous whiteboards, trying to get as much help as possible. I've participated in many an AP Chem review session where Mrs. Kelly sat patiently as we unloaded our questions onto her. There is not a teacher in this building that would not do so for any kid that was struggling. I think it is a remarkable breed of people who make up the Old Lyme faculty, and I think we can all learn from the example they've set for us. In fact, I would venture to say that we'll encounter many people who are struggling in one way or another, and the courage to ask for help or to give it to someone who needs it is what makes us strong. Expanding on that point, the horse adds, sometimes just getting up and carrying on is brave and magnificent. And this is not a lesson I'm trying to impart, but rather a recognition. As a grade of 110, we've all seen each other at our worst. The days we couldn't come to school in anything other than our pajamas, asking our parents to bring whatever we've left at home, and sliding in late to second period. However, there is the mutual understanding that people are trying their best, that their perseverance is commendable, respectable, and not the least bit shameful. And though sometimes it can feel that way when it's your day that's particularly dark, the mole reminds us that the greatest illusion is that life should be perfect. As they go along, the friends come upon a pair of swans, which prompts the boy to ask, "How do they look so together and perfect?" To which the horse responds, "There's a lot of frantic paddling going on underneath." Despite the fact that we've all been that person asleep at their desk or hidden in the bathroom, it's hard to remember that everyone else has been there too. Academic, athletic, personal, all kinds of successes are not always measured by how difficult they were to achieve, but rather how perfect the people who achieve them seem. Often the only way to quell this constant desire for comparison is to focus inwards. And for the boy, and hopefully someday for ourselves, the answer is quite comforting. The mole asks the boy, "What is your best discovery?" And the boy replies that I am enough as I am. As humans, we are wired to constantly be striving for more, but that urge dwindles when there's an acceptance that we're enough, or at least the conscious effort to believe it. At the close of the book, the end is crossed out, and instead, "Look at how far we've come" is written across the page. I'll be honest that I've cried a lot of tears over today and what seems like the end of an era, but this little book from middle school has reminded me that this is a testament to my progress and yours, a measure of how far we've grown and how far we've come. So with that, I'll leave you with one of the illustrations that did not make the story itself. The final page features the horse watching over the boy as he says, "Just take this step, the horizon will look after itself." I wish you all luck in your next step. Thank you.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, am I right where I belong?" Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through, and I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part, for a hero's strength is measured by his heart. Like a shooting star, I can go the distance. I will search the world. I will face his horns. I don't care how far. I can go the distance till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms. I will search the world. I will face its horrors till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms.
Ella, just wait till everyone sits down.
I can still vividly remember my first day of school in this town. Middle school, especially one in the small town of Old Lyme, was entirely foreign to me. The early wake-up to catch the morning school bus was fueled by nerves and excitement, but mostly nerves. I walked around the halls on that first day with such trepidation and reserve, but looking back, I did not have any reason to be shy or intimidated. The girls who stood next to me in the icebreaker game during gym class, in which we collectively stepped to the side of the line that preferred the Red Sox over the Yankees, are now people for whom I have played 7 consecutive years of soccer. The girl from my homeroom who was the first person to start a conversation with me has been one of my best friends through it all. The science teacher, Mrs. Murray, who made the class laugh, continued to be an entertaining, energetic highlight of each of my days. My 6th grade year was also the middle school principal, Mr. Ambruso's, first year in the district, but we made it through, and now I love mornings in which I am able to stop and catch up with him in the school parking lot before school. Lyme-Old Lyme Middle School was so good to me, and I am forever thankful for the positive, welcoming environment in which we grew up with my closest friends. This time around, entering high school, I was excited for the journey because I knew that I would have the strongest support system, and I did. Each time I dragged Mrs. Galikonich into her classroom before school to help me prepare for a math test, she did so with a smile on her face and a Dunkin' coffee in her hand. I love getting book recommendations from my English teachers. I love seeing how involved Mr. Lilly will be in Spirit Week. I love getting to know the custodial staff due to always needing them to unlock classrooms for me when I leave things behind. I will not forget the cheerful visits from Kona, Hildy's therapy dog, or the feeling of community in the commons right after school when every athlete is hustling to get ready for practice, or the welcoming arms with which Miss Mass has made her classroom a revolving door for students to congregate and pass time before and after school. Old Lyme and Lyme-Old Lyme High School are so much more than a town and a school. They are a home. I have felt at home from the very beginning, and I recognize how fortunate I am to be able to say that. Administration oversees hundreds of kids each day and manages to get to know each one of them. Thank you for making me feel seen. My teachers have gone out of their way to ensure my success and well-being. Thank you for making me feel heard. My classmates have been an amazing group of people, now young adults, to grow up with, and I could not be more proud of every single one of you. Thank you for making me feel loved. I cannot wait to see what you do and cheer you on in your endeavors. The golden rule as we know it is to treat others the way you want to be treated. As my 4 years at this high school come to a close and 7 years in this town, I know that I have developed a standard for the way that I want to treat people. The solicitude, endearment, and compassion that I received from this community inspires me to do the same for others, wherever I go. I truly believe that the kindness and support from you all is what enabled my growth and success. So I urge you to take this feeling of love and gratitude for your family, your friends, your school, and look to replicate it for someone else in your life. The sense of home we found here will always be a part of who we are. It will be our anchor, our reminder of the strength we possess and the support we can always return to. Although we will carry a piece of this home with us wherever we go, what better to do than to make each place feel like a home to someone else? Cultivate empathy, cherish your friendships, make people feel welcomed, and go out of your way to be kind. Thank you and congratulations, everyone. First, I'd like to thank parents and family, teachers, and of course, the class of 2024 for being here today. It's a privilege to speak in front of you all. This is not my first graduation. At risk of sounding big-headed, I did successfully graduate from 5th and 8th grade and preschool, so I'm pretty experienced with all of this. However, this is my first time writing a speech for graduation, so I asked for a lot of advice from friends and family. Many people, and this could be a reflection of their lack of confidence in my public speaking, told me to keep it brief, which I will. My mom told me that I don't need to worry because everyone is only here for Mr. Rader's speech anyway. That's fair enough. Thanks, Mom. When I was in elementary school, I would go over to my friend's house and we would bike or race our scooter up and down her street. There was this specific mailbox shaped like a duck that we weren't allowed to go past because once beyond it, we were out of earshot of our parents and into danger. I recently drove past this mailbox again, this time in a car and not on a bike. And in the nostalgic state of mind that I've been in over the past few weeks, the significance of it struck me. We have gone so far beyond the mailbox, and yet we haven't even noticed. We'd taken this great step in our lives back in elementary school, this shedding of protective parents and this leap into independence and semi-adulthood, and I wondered, how had we missed it? I imagine that a lot of us here today, both students and parents alike, have experienced something similar, some milestone that we realize years later that we overlooked. It comes from this central contradiction, something that I have struggled with all throughout high school, in which we are told to be present and live in the moment, and yet everything that we do seems to build to this point, to graduating high school and choosing our future. It's a bitter pill to swallow, the idea that we might miss something important and irreplaceable in our lives because we just weren't paying attention. But over these last few months of high school, I've begun to realize that we don't need to fear missing the important things in our lives, that what is really valuable is impossible to overlook. It latches onto us as we grow up without even realizing it. My grandmother, who was the valedictorian of her high school class and who passed away in 2021, began noticeably losing her memory when I was around 10 years old. As a result, I have fewer memories of her than my older brothers and my older cousins do. But it was she who gave me my love of reading when she took me to the local library and helped me read the books that I picked out. And her kindness taught me and reminded me to always be compassionate and inclusive. Did I spend every moment that I was with her reflecting on the lessons that she was teaching me? Of course not. I was too young, but I didn't have to reflect because these lessons are with me now and will be with me always, even after we both parted ways. I'm sure that every person here today can think back to someone who changed their lives for the better, whether it be a teacher who believed in you, a classmate who was kind to you, or a friend who was there for you. With these memorable people and moments are hundreds of others that we did not notice at the time, but are part of who we are today. The things in our lives that change us, that mean the most to us, are not the exams we take, the classes that we pass or fail, or the accolades that we receive.
In fact, we barely notice the most influential components of our lives, the people around us, until they leave us. Class of 2024, the point of this speech is not to encourage you to thank and reflect on those around you who have made an impact on you, although of course you can and should. It is mostly to assure you that in this next step, we may feel more alone than we ever have before, but we will carry with us the lessons and support from the people who have meant something to us throughout our lives. Some of you may leave the school vowing to never come back. Some of you may have already begun unfollowing your classmates on Instagram. I'm sorry to tell you, but you can't escape us. We are who we are because of these people that we have grown with. When we stepped past the duck mailbox years ago, still hand in hand with the people that we had known all of our lives, we might not have taken the moment to reflect on the milestone or the lessons that we had learned together. We might not have noticed that we are defined and built by the people around us. Today, as we graduate, remember that although we may leave behind those people, we take with us the things that they taught us. Class of 2024, whatever our futures may hold, we won't be alone. We will always carry with us the lessons from the best people in our lives. Thank you.
Mildred Sanford was a Lyme-Old Lyme High School teacher for over 30 years, during which time she poured her heart into the education of her students. She was admired and adored by her students and colleagues. She personified all of the qualities of an ideal teacher. Throughout our 4 years at Lyme-Old Lyme High School, we've all experienced the warmth, encouragement, and dedication of many great teachers. Today, the senior class has chosen one teacher who has made a special connection with us, and we feel embodies all the qualities of Mildred Sanford. We are honored to present the 2024 Mildred Sanford Award to our very own Bill Rader.
Again, we're stuck after Mr. Rader. The greatest gift a community can give to its youth is that of an education. The promise of that gift is fulfilled tonight by the communities of Lyme and Old Lyme. Chairman Kemp, I present to you the class of 2024 for your certification.
Thank you, Mr. Advisor. On behalf of the Board of Education, I certify that these students have completed the necessary coursework and all other requirements set forth by the state of Connecticut and the Lyme-Old Lyme Board of Education. I confer the title of graduate on each and ask that they now come forward to receive their diplomas.
Griffin Sam McGlinchey. Lucas Milo Da Silva. Jack David Porter. Mason Scott Wells. Ella Charlotte Halsey. Agatha Faye Hunt. Ella Lorraine Curtis Reardon. Delaney Grace Nelson. Peyton Andrews. Alexis Antonellis. Beatrice Regina Barnett. Emma Catherine Byer. Morgan Audrey Bell. Oliver Campbell Berry. Elise Bissick. Elliot Merrill Bjornberg. Henry Edison Bowler. Henry Ronald Baremski. Drew Arthur Brackley. Natalie Faith Buckley. Jackson Charles Bullock. Bianca Faith Carrion. Nicholas Paul Chessman. Sophia Shorchi Chung. Naomi Ruth Clark. Sarah Jane Colangelo. Emma Alicia Cook. William Andrew Coppola. Ava Elizabeth Cummins. Macklin David Cushman. Eva Rose D'Onofrio. Eric Jacques Dagger. Adam Cassidy Damiano. Mohammed Nuruddin Diagne. Sydney Foster DeBow. Alexis Michelle Frescarelli. Amelia Lynn Gage. Maxwell Elwood Gagnon. Nikki Peter Gerardo. Marcia Stella Galera Geronimo. Calla Monet Gilson. Ryder James Edward Goss. Sydney Grace Goulding. Nyla Susan Goulis. Madison Michelle Grady. Alexis Lee Grasdock. Kenneth Wendell Gray IV. Justin James Green. Douglas Dominic Griswold. Catherine Lynette Grick. Abby Janet Hale. Mohammed Hani Hamu. Jordan Michael Haynes. Leland Gerber Hine. Parker Francis Holland. Sedona De Vera Holland. John Robert Holtzworth. Mike Huang. Beatrice Stelfox Hunt. John Daniel Evento Jr. Sabina June Youngkite. Emerson Norsha Kay. Put Jinbanjong Kansat. Dakota Wills Kotzen. Grady Thomas LaCourciere. Audrey Kathleen LaCure. Brody Cole Lippincott. Mila Carvalho Lopez. Anna Garrity McAdams. Lucas Shaw McMillan. Alexander Scott McPherson. Matthew Braden Burns Miller. Avra Mary Montezella. Elena Marie Morosky. Catherine Elizabeth Mullaney. Isabel McIntyre O'Connor. Kayla Ann O'Leary. Ronald Peter Olin. Dylan Grenville Painter. Grace Olivia Fanoof. Gwyneth Ainsley Piacenza. Louisa Lambert Raby. Foster William Richardell. Ava Sophia Roth. Kaylin McKay Ruling. Charles John Sahadi. I'm gonna go a little faster. Elias Hayes Sahadi. Jida Viviana Salazar Cajamarca. Noah Gabriel Sanford. Kylie Jean Patricia Savigny. Haley Ray Shaw. Sydney Morgan Siefkin. Thomas Quinn Sluzars. Owen Thomas Nurkowski. Madeline Sydney Soriano. Hannah Elizabeth Thomas. Gabriel Charles Tooker. Kalia Elizabeth Van Pelt. Jacob Christopher Volkert. Kira Megan Ward. Louisa Warlitz. Tyler Joseph Wells. Summer Paige Wolick. Duawei Yan. Icy Weiwenyan. Grace Catherine Zimbruski.
Class of 2024, please flip your tassels.
ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and of course, the remarkable class of 2024. Good evening. It is with immense pride and joy that I stand before you today on this momentous occasion. Tonight, we gather not just to mark the end of a chapter, but to celebrate the incredible journey each of you has undertaken to reach this pivotal moment. To our graduates, today is your day. It is a day that honors years of relentless effort, sleepless nights, and countless challenges overcome. You have grown from eager freshmen filled with curiosity and anticipation into confident, poised young adults ready to take on the world. Your journey has been marked by academic achievements, athletic victories, artistic triumphs, and acts of kindness and service that have left an indelible mark on our school community. As I look out on all of you tonight, I am filled with such a sense of Wildcat pride. Each of you has a unique story, a journey that is exclusively yours. You have navigated the complexities of high school life with grace and resilience, forming bonds and creating memories that will last your lifetime. You have not only achieved great things, but have also demonstrated the true spirit of being a Wildcat, one of compassion, integrity, and perseverance. Class of 2024, as you stand on this threshold of a new chapter, remember that the world is brimming with possibilities. Embrace every experience with curiosity and courage. Be bold in your pursuits, kind in your interactions, and resilient in the face of adversity. The future is not just something that happens to you, it is something you have the power to shape. As you embark on this next adventure, carry with you the lessons you've learned and the friendships you've made. Remember the words of the great Dr. Seuss, who reminds us, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Your mountain awaits, class of 2024. Climb it with confidence and determination. Leave your mark on the world and never forget that you will always have a home here, cheering you on every step of the way. Congratulations, and may your future be as bright and as limitless as your dreams. So now, without further ado, it is my honor to present to you Lyme-Old Lyme High School's class of 2024.
Folks, couple things. Remember, school instruments, put along the side of the banjo. Percussion, you put it away. Chairs and stands, racks are on the stage. Make sure everything is put away. And most importantly, have a phenomenal summer. Percussion, you put your belts and just leave them in the band room. Huh?
So about that.
Keep what? No.
I didn't, dog, I didn't say so.
Zoe.
Thank you.
Zoe.
Yeah.